not. Hi, everybody. Yes, the answer to that is yes. But also, hi, everybody on the internet. Welcome to Bill Has Opinions, your can't miss Bill shit. I am Laura the Boy, and this is Bill Perkins.
And to be clear, the cranberry sauce is in a can. I just want to make sure, I'm not bringing the fancy shit like that I homemade or anything.
No,
like it's going to...
You're bringing the one that's shaped like a dog food can.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, you know what? It's funny. I've seen more memes this year of especially people our age going, that's the, like, bring that or don't bother. And it's like nice to finally see, because I've been doing this my entire life. I've been like, that's the preferred cranberry sauce. Right? And I've had to argue with boomer relatives who think like, no, I homemade, like, it's got real bits of cranberry and it's in jello, and I did it myself. And I'm like, fuck that shit. Nobody wants that. Don't waste your time, Aunt Flo, Like,
I don't like either of them, to be fair.
Okay, but people who like cranberry sauce like the shit in the can. It's just, and you get a little slice of it and you put it there. And what I like is a little, like a bite with I want a spoonful that's got like the dressing with the gravy, and then also like a piece of turkey, and then a little bit of the cranberry sauce,
jello,
the cranberry jello, all together. I want to taste them all at the same time. Like they meld together in a way that's pleasing to me.
Well, and it's funny because it does come all the way back around, right? So, and I'll tell you, my sister makes a homemade, because she doesn't like the ones that come out of the can.
Oh yeah,
and she's technically an elder Gen X.
Okay,
but
cusping boomer.
Cusping boomer. And then, but it comes back around, right? Because we were always like, and I agree, like, I think I don't like it, but I think the can is
aesthetic.
It's proper. It's that's the one I want to see, because it still looks, it's just in a little bowl.
It's awesome, but it's got the ridges.
It looks like the can.
But the ridges are great because they tell you where to slice it. Right. Basically, it's like, here's a slice.
But now it's coming back around, because like the especially the younger millennials and Gen Z, they're all about like TikTok recipes and stuff. So they're wanting to make like super fancy, like, orange cranberry preserves sauce.
Okay,
blah, blah, blah. So it's coming back around now. You're going to get...
So I have to fight. Like I had to fight off the older generation. Now I have to fight off the younger generation and be like, no, damn it. We have the can of Jell-O. And that's what we do in this house.
It's such a weird format for really any... Like, that's the only thing ever. Ooh, thank you. Thank you very much, sir. We do have Thanksgiving treats to try.
Okay.
No, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
So it's the only food that is of its type
that comes out shaped like the container it came in.
Yeah, I mean, unless you buy, that brown bread in a can you can get, but nobody actually eats that.
Oh, a spotted dick, you mean?
No, there's actually a brown bread in a can. We have a can of brown bread up at our tiny house that somebody gave us.
Emergency bread.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody gave it to us like 15 years ago.
You can buy hamburger in a can too. Have you seen that? Like an entire hamburger in a can.
I have not.
I don't think it's probably very good. But I guess if it's the end of the world and you haven't had a hamburger in 2 years, you might be like, fuck, I'll eat it.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, that's I'm guessing the brown bread in a can that we still have up at our tiny house is not edible, because it is like 15 years old.
Really?
I'd be curious. Maybe next time I'm up there, I'll grab it and bring it back.
Do it. Yeah. You remember, I've been talking for years. I keep trying to catch the Spam figgy pudding.
Oh, yeah.
But it sells out like immediately. It goes on sale like in October, and it's like gone like in 15 minutes. Like, you can't have it now,
Right.
But I would buy it. Like, there's Spam makes a figgy pudding in a can, and it sells out immediately. You can buy it on eBay, but it's like $90 a can or something, and I'm not doing that. It's crazy.
Right.
But I am curious about it, and maybe, but probably 3 years from now, it'll be like Cold Mountain, and they'll make an ass load of it, and nobody will buy it, and then it'll be like Big Lots or something. They'll be giving it away. Like, it'll be a Big Lots in February. It'll be like, hey, look, we got Spam figgy.
In case you're wondering, this is our Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. A friend of mine posted today, and I had to laugh at it because every single comment echoed what he had to say. Well, what he said was, I was today years old when I learned that Thanksgiving is not on the third Thursday of November.
Oh yeah, I saw that post.
Yeah. So, but he's not wrong because every person. I mean, he's wrong. He's wrong.
He is wrong.
It is,
but he's not wrong.
Yeah. Well,
he's not wrong in thinking that.
Yeah.
Like because everybody thought that.
Everybody thought it.
Yeah.
Everybody thought it. And Thanksgiving this year is almost as late.
It did feel like it's an awfully late. Yeah, I've been feeling that. I've been like, what the fuck, man? Like, wasn't Thanksgiving supposed to be last week?
Yeah, it feels like it should be. It feels like we should already be after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Now, I recognize that we also have kind of a unique sense because here in the mountains and we lost our entire October. And right now I just want to have the fucking comfort of the holidays.
Sure.
So I'm like, screwed. Like
let's get it started.
I did. I mean, you saw my house partially decorated. Right now I kind of have a Thanksmas going on.
Yeah, she's easing into
we are doing everything, but
yeah.
But
you'll be full Christmas by the end of next week, right?
By the end of next week, yeah. The only reason we decorate on the day after Thanksgiving.
Right.
The only reason we're not doing that this year is because we're traveling.
Okay.
We're going to DC for the weekend.
Oh, okay.
We're going to do fun holiday things in DC.
Oh, nice.
I've never been to DC.
Never.
So never.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it seems weird because doesn't it feel like every high school class did like a trip?
Yeah, but I mean, I guess you grew up further away from DC than I did,
there
right?
There was a DC trip, but it was expensive, right? Like if you wanted to do the DC trip.
But you haven't lived, like you've only lived 8 hours away from it for a long time.
Right? From here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've driven through it.
Okay.
Like the Baltimore area.
But you've never gosh, so what are you going to do while you're there? So.
Oh, well, so.
Because you must have like a bucket list, right? At this point.
We're going specifically because it's the holidays and because it might be the fall of democracy. So gonna get that out of the way. So we're actually, kind of just when we get in on Friday, we're gonna go to the Christmas bar Miracle because there's one there and we like it.
Sure.
And then like Saturday during the day, we're probably gonna wander around like the historic sites, see the outdoor stuff. I don't know whether we'll go to a museum or not. Just depends on how we're feeling. But
I'll say this: the museums are preferable to the monuments. I mean, the monuments are just a stuffy old fucking marble building with a statue of somebody, and a queue.
Sure.
Which I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, I don't need to be in a queue. You know what? I can see these monuments from a distance as easily as
That's all I'm saying.
I'm
I'm saying you can look at it from across town. You go, oh yeah, that's the Washington Monument. Oh yeah, that's the Jefferson Memorial. Oh yeah, like, that's all you got to do. You see it, you drive past it. You can take a little spin around town. You can drive past all of them. You
sure.
Hey, there it is. I saw the thing. But I'm telling you.
Yeah. See, Matt feels the opposite. He doesn't like the museums as much as he likes the monuments. And I think the monuments might be for me too. It's just kind of my deal.
Fair enough.
What I like, but we'll see. We'll walk
I don't try to be like a one size fits all person.
Sure. And I don't know. I haven't been there. Maybe I would like.
And there's also different museums. I mean, I've only been to like 3 or 4 of them. I like what I like: air and space, art. What else have I been to? Natural history. I've been to that one. Shit. Yeah, that's all I can remember off the top of my head. Air and space. They got two. They got one uptown and they got one out of the airport. The one out of the airport's preferable to the one uptown. Although one uptown has
which airport is it by?
Dulles.
Oh yeah, we're flying into the other one.
Okay.
We're flying into Reagan.
Oh, okay. Well, it's out at Dulles. There's a big huge. That's where they've got like a space shuttle and they've got the Enola Gay and a bunch of fucking historic. I mean, but the Wright Brothers plane is at the one uptown on the mall. So I don't know.
We'll kind of bop around. We haven't over planned this particular trip.
Sure.
We'll just sort of see what happens. It's also winter. So who knows?
Yeah,
how busy it'll be. It might be very busy. It might not.
If it's dead, you can go to everything.
We're not going to be able to see. We can't get in to see the Christmas, the tree lighting, because that's like they do like a lottery. So like get in to see it. But we might be. It's a large tree. Like we'll probably be able to
see it from outside the gate.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is a large tree. Yes. Yeah.
But then that wasn't the entire reason, but we were already planning this trip when I learned that 2 of my favorite drag queens they do an annual holiday show, and it was going to be in DC this weekend.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So we're going to see that. It's a holiday. like a variety show, and it changes up every year.
Yeah.
And
Well, that sounds lovely.
I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
Super excited about that. And we're going to dinner at like a Jose Andres restaurant.
Okay.
Which partially, I mean, we were already fans of Jose Andres, but he started World Central Kitchen.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Right, which is the huge nonprofit that feeds people all over the world to disaster areas who were here.
Yeah.
Who have been here. I think they are still here in
town.
capacity.
Yeah.
Right. So, it's nice to support people who
support people.
Yeah, support people.
But support people who support people.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotcha. Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, that's the only reason we're not decorating right now.
Okay.
Otherwise we would.
Very well. Hey, let's briefly get into what are you drinking?
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's briefly do that.
I bring it up because I was about to pour another beer.
That's
I was trying to figure out where to go, and I don't want this one yet.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna crack open one of probably that one. Actually,
well, this one's gonna be my last one. So, but you can obviously take half of it.
Okay. Well, I just finished a beer similar to this, so I feel like it's where I should go.
Oh, that's true.
So
you had the celebration.
I just finished a celebration from Sierra Nevada, and this is the Highwire Elated Winter IPA, which I assume is going to be in the same vein. So I felt like my palate's going to be more for this right now.
I like that you're totally digging some IPAs these days.
Sometimes I do. It just depends. But I've always liked Celebration's been one of my exceptions to the rule. It's always been one of my asterisks. I do buy those, and I drank the heck out. I told you yesterday I had a few at the Purple Onion.
Sure.
Because it was on tap, and I was just enjoying it. And everything else on the tap there was just something very sweet.
Right.
Anyway, so I'm going to try this and see what I think. I've got
probably get a little more. There's a lot in this.
Okay. Well, I've got an Elysian Night Owl that I found, like the closeouts on those.
Mm.
And then we've got this New Belgium Holiday Ale, which has got flavors of cranberry and spice.
Yeah.
I think we had one last year.
But we've done this one before on the show. Get a good look at that right there. We've done this one before on the show, and I remember not liking it.
Yeah.
But then we were at a friend's house for a game night like a couple weeks ago, whatever.
Time
has no meaning.
You didn't hate it?
Yeah, I had, Matt and I split
Sometimes
one.
it does matter, like what you've ate before and
right.
what I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, there's times when I'll have like a very malty red or brown, and I'm like, this is the shit. And then other times you'll have it and you're like, yeah.
Exactly.
It's like, soda or,
exactly.
So, yeah,
exactly.
It matters. Like, sometimes it's, dude, same thing happens with music even. Like, friends will tell you, like, you should check out this band. You'll dig them. Mm. And you'll listen to it. And if you're just, not in the right mindset, sometimes you're like, this is ass.
But, 3 years later, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, you happen to hear it again. And you're like, fuck, that's awesome. I remember I was sitting in the car one time. Goddamn, this was in 2000 something. And I heard Love Bites by Def Leppard on the radio. And I must have had in the car, everything was just equalized, just perfect. And the bass line in it just made me go, this is the fucking shit. This is an awesome song, but I I hated it when I was in high school.
Right, exactly. Also, so now you've got Matt started on canned cheeseburgers. And you know what we're going to be eating on the show at some point.
Canned cheeseburgers, clearly.
Canned cheeseburger on the show at some point. I guarantee that's about to happen.
Not too different. Exactly what I thought. It's not too different from the celebration, but it's a little different. It's got a. I'm trying to figure out what's different. It's a little.
Yeah, there's quite a bit left. You can have the rest.
Okay. It's got a. What does it say? Oh, it's with Michigan Chinook and Idaho 7, whatever that means.
So yeah,
are those hops?
3 different hops.
Okay.
I may have poured myself more than you. But...
The Michigan Chinook.
The Michigan?
The Michigan Chinook.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's very tasty.
You like?
Yeah.
All right.
See, I'm surprised you like Celebration and this one. Because the hops are kind of resiny. They have that sort of piney flavor, which you don't normally like.
I don't normally, but sometimes it works.
Sure.
I don't know. It's like something about it's the gestalt. It's not just the piney hops.
It's the seasonalness.
Something about it. I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, that's why I don't like in May,
Mhm.
I'm not going to drink a super resiny IPA because it tastes heavy.
Yeah,
And like,
right.
but in the winter, that's the only kind of
Now
IPA.
this
I
one's got a
want.
close on it. It's kind of weird. When it's like rolling off the back of your tongue, it's got a little kind of a funk that I can't put my finger on. That I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely one of the hops. It does say sticky caramel and toasted bread flavors from the malt bill, which I get. I get that. Like, it
Yeah, I get
definitely
that, but
has
I
a
don't think
bit
that's
of a
what's off-putting
maltiness.
to me. It is sweet on the close though, and it's a weird sweet. It's like almost like a I don't know. I can't put my finger on what it is, but there's something goofy on the close.
I like it a lot. I think this is really delicious.
Yeah.
I would drink a lot of this.
I don't like it as much as Celebration.
Part of the reason I would drink a lot, the only reason I wouldn't drink a lot of this is that Highwire cans everything in the 16-ounce cans. And when I'm drinking at home, I just want 6.2, so that's not terrible.
But the Celebration's a little more than that. Isn't it? It's
Celebration's
6.5, I think.
Yeah. I don't like 16-ounce cans.
You don't.
If I'm out at a bar and I don't want them to pour me a 12-ounce beer. I want to get a full pint of beer. But when I'm at home, I don't know why. I don't know why there's a difference. But I don't like. I keep holding this here high. You can't see me because I'm holding this.
You're hiding behind your beer.
I am. I don't mean to be, but I'm just like holding.
It's something you're doing though.
Apparently. So. Yeah, no, I actually very much like this. I think this is delicious. And I haven't had Celebration this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should.
I will. I mean, I will.
I think this is the difference. It's because I just had a Celebration. This was not quite as crisp as Celebration. Like it has a more syrupy close.
Yeah.
A little more malty, I guess, is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's weird to me because I just had it like I should have done this one and then Celebration, not the other way around.
Yeah, I think that would have made some sense.
But it's okay because I'm heading towards more sweet beers.
You are.
So and
you're about to eat a sweet treat.
Too. And I'm about to sweet treat, and then my palate will be all kinds
It'll be all kinds of fucked up. But so yeah, well, in the middle though, right? It's the holiday, it's almost the holiday season, as we've been talking about.
Oh yeah, we have said that.
If you want to support local businesses, you can't get more local business than Bill Has Opinions. So please buy your friends some t-shirts, some Stay Shitty merchandise. We have everything imaginable.
Oh, for sure. Buy them a t-shirt that says Stay Shitty.
Oh,
do we have that?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I think we have.
Wouldn't that be the weirdest? Especially if they don't have any clue what this is about. Then they'll just be like, "This is the weirdest fucking thing."
If you have a white elephant exchange,
oh yeah,
start now.
Yeah,
buy a
go ahead
t-shirt.
Go ahead and get the one with the squid on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the weirdest one.
Stay Shitty Matey is probably my favorite of all of them. Because we created Stay Shitty My Lord. You know, we had My Lord and My Lady, and then we did My Good Noble to have sort of a gender inclusive. But then we came up with Stay Shitty Matey, which is also gender inclusive.
Sure, it could be anybody.
Yeah, it's my favorite. And I also, because he's wearing the captain's hat. I can't get over the fact I was so pleased with myself.
Yeah, I can see it. And so, yes, if you have a t-shirt with that on it and you put it in a white elephant, you know what? I'm going to buy one for the white elephant and the purple onion now. Like I should, because like somebody will get it and they'll be like, the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't like, but then somebody will be like, that's just weird enough. I like it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like one person will be like, and then somebody else will be like, I dig it.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Do that. Definitely do that. Anyway.
But also if you're out and about, buy something from your local people.
Definitely do that. Yeah. We went to some like craft fairs this weekend.
Sure. Yeah.
And we bought for everybody. Everybody, if you're listening, if you normally get a gift from us.
We went to a thing down at the Equestrian Center down in Tryon.
Oh yeah, I saw that was happening.
Which is where all the businesses from Chimney Rock have moved to there because they don't have a town.
Right.
So they're all in there, like in little booths. And we bought some stuff there. Well, we were down there because Emily's got a booth there for the town of Saluda. It's like a tourism booth,
right?
You know, basically like, hey, come up here, please. You know, but we were there to drop some stuff off for her booth, and then after we did that, we were like, oh, let's just walk around and buy some shit. You know?
Absolutely.
And so we did. And, I got really mixed feelings about the Equestrian Center because on one hand, it kind of steals money out of the towns in Polk County. But on the other hand, it's kind of like the closest thing to a mall we have in Polk County. There's a lot of shit there. It's crazy. It's weird and crazy. But yeah, we walked around and looked at some stuff.
So I do want to get down there, actually, because I like equestrian.
Sure. Yeah. I thought you would dig that.
I like
and then also they're having a Christmas lights show thing starting like next week that you can pay to, if you like looking at Christmas lights, like, and,
I do very much like looking at
Christmas lights. I also do because I'm like a raccoon and chrome and blinky lights are like my jam,
Yeah. All right.
But anyway.
Technically, I guess this entire show has been this, but let's play it because it's fun.
Why not? Let's get to some bullshit.
We are doing some bullshit. All right. First of all, you asked me before the show because I said this is just going to be our sort of general Thanksgiving show, and you said, "Do we have anything weird to eat?"
Yeah, because usually we have some crazy thing.
We have, and
in the past,
I will be posting as our holiday message before the holiday hour. The one that we did a couple years ago, at least a clip of it because it was funny. But anyway, I said I don't, but I did make Detroit Lions Rice Krispie treats.
Okay.
So yeah, help.
Is there real lion in these?
There's real lion in them. No, specifically, and I don't know if this will be easy to see on the camera.
They're a little blue.
They're a little blue and with silver luster dust on top.
Oh yeah, they're just
so they got a little
pearlescent looking.
Sparkly stuff.
You probably can't see this in the camera, but I can see it for sure.
Yeah, you can definitely. I don't think
they're very pearlescent, sparkly, like mother of pearl kind of.
So if you want something really fucking sweet, because Rice Krispie treats are like the sweetest treat known to man. As we eat and have radio silence for a moment. But these are the real deal. Like I made
a lot of chewing about this. Oh yeah, but you know what? So you can buy Rice Krispie treats that are already made from Rice Krispies, right? But I've noticed the difference between those and homemade ones is those are just Rice Krispies and marshmallow, basically, right? Like fluff. They don't have as much butter as when you make them yourself, and that's really the key. That's the thing that really sets them off, and that sets off anything. If you put a stick of butter in anything,
true,
you're gonna be like, "God damn, that's the shit," Like unless you're on like a low cholesterol diet of some sort, in which case I apologize to you. Like I'm sorry that's the lot you've got in life.
I mean,
because butter is fucking delicious.
I love butter. Butter's one of my favorite things, but I have the hips to show it. But yeah, and it has a little bit of vanilla, which I don't think the actual
that's probably true
official
too.
Rice Krispie treats. And this, I put a lot of blue food coloring in this, and it's barely blue. But
yeah, but your poop will be.
Hold on. Yeah, try to have a show where we eat something. Because it's just radio silence.
It's true. It's terrible. It's terrible. Yum, 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 yum. Oh my god, these are pretty good. I gotta give it to you, Laura. These are really good Rice Krispie. I'm not like a Rice Krispie treat fiend. My wife is now. She fucking loves Rice Krispie treats.
We also have Detroit Lions snap.
I said something about this to you when we were when you were playing the little bumper, and I was like, "This is awesome!" Like you went all out. Speaking of, I'll mention this in the next segment. Maybe. Wait, what's the next segment?
Oh, this is the next segment. We actually have 5 minutes left of the show.
Yeah, we didn't get anything.
We'll get to these next. But what else did you want to say?
No, I was going to talk about in this one.
Okay, we're gonna go there.
Okay,
that's where we're going. We don't even have to do this one.
All right. Well, so I was sent a meme. That you wouldn't have to put up with so many Christmas songs if Thanksgiving had any bangers.
Sure.
And I've been on this jag. I don't know if I've mentioned this on the show before, but I've mentioned it to my friends.
But yeah, okay. Mention it again.
Yes, that so the bass player from the Waitresses is not rich, but he basically collects a check every year because he wrote Christmas rapping.
Right.
And he's lived off of it for several decades now. Every January he gets a check in the mail and it's just like royalties from Christmas wrapping. And I thought, hey, shit, that's awesome. like I said, he's not rich, but he gets like a check for like $55,000, which is pretty good for doing nothing.
Right, sure.
For
writing one song.
Yeah,
basically.
I mean, it's he wrote in like
something.
1980 something.
Right.
Anyway, so it's been my dream to write a Christmas song that gets plays because you can just retire on it.
Right.
But so my friend Jay sent me a meme this week that said, if you people hate Christmas music, like the problem is that there's no Thanksgiving bangers.
Right.
And he was like, you should really get on writing a Thanksgiving banger. And I was like, fuck yeah, I should. Because he knows that I've been on this like thing, this jag about like, I need to write the perfect Christmas song so I can collect royalties forever. No, I have to write the Thanksgiving song because nobody's done it. And I know, like Laura mentioned, I've got a Thanksgiving mix. And I'm like, yeah. You do, but there's no bangers on it. Let's be honest.
Well,
like,
I mean,
none of them are really like, there's nothing on that list that's the equivalent of All I Want for Christmas Is You.
No, not the equivalent. It's a bunch of songs, and I'm very pleased with it. I will tell you, it's an 11 and a half hour playlist.
Popular Thanksgiving song is Alice's Restaurant, which sucks.
Yeah,
it's tedious, and nobody wants to fucking hear it.
I appreciate Alice's Restaurant that it exists, but I have no desire to listen. Did you hear Alice just died today?
The Alice who owned the restaurant.
Thursday, yeah. The Alice who owned the restaurant died this previous Thursday, 1 week
before
Thanksgiving.
I did not know. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's real. That
is some shit.
Legit.
Oh my God. Is Arthur Guthrie still alive?
I don't think so.
Okay. I don't even know. I don't know
either. Let's Google that while you continue to talk about your.
I mean, I know his dad is famous for having had a guitar that killed fascists.
Right.
But I don't know. Arlo Guthrie, is he still a thing?
Let's find out. Let's see. Are you alive? Yeah, he's still alive.
Hey, celebrities, what do they know? They do things. Let's find out.
Let's find out. No, he's still alive.
I figured he might be, but
he's not actually that old. I mean, he's 77, which is not young, but he's not that old. Yeah, he's not that old.
Okay.
And my mix is very it was my interpretation of, is this about food, about autumn, about gratitude?
I feel, yeah. No, I've suggested a song or two over the years, and my songs have been either about, they've either said Thanksgiving in the title, or they've been about food, probably. I don't know.
I mean, if you want to write the equivalent of, All I Want for Christmas. Like, because that's a situation.
It's probably, I don't think I can manage that. There's, I watched a whole fucking YouTube video on music theory about what makes that song work.
Right.
And there's a lot of working parts there. And I'm not sure I can pull that off.
Sure.
I'm probably going to more or less be able to pull off Merry Christmas from the Family. But Thanksgiving.
Sure.
Something like that, like a novelty Thanksgiving song that won't quite be. It won't be there. It won't it
was like Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Yes, that I can do. That. Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer for Thanksgiving. I can pull that off. Okay?
Somebody choked on the wishbone.
Something.
Yeah.
Yes. Cousin Oliver choked on the wishbone.
Cousin Oliver choked on the wishbone. I feel like that it's Cousin Oliver.
Yeah. He's sitting at the kids' table. The card table in the living room.
Uh-huh. Oh, see, no, I think you
you
just need a hook.
Yeah.
You need the narrative, and you need a hook.
Yeah,
I think you're close.
All right, yeah. So I'm gonna. Hey, listen. But the reason I brought it up is this is gonna be in the song. The Lions game will be in the.
Of course, yeah.
It's gonna be in the song because it's a thing that happens, right?
Absolutely.
It's part of because you got to set the whole setting, like what are we doing? We're and the Lions game. Here's the thing: the Lions game it airs like you were promised that lunch would start at 12, but the lunch probably gets put on the table about the time the Lions game starts.
Well, it's 12:30.
Oh well, no. I'm sorry. The Lions game is mostly over by the time lunch is actually put on.
The Dallas game is what?
Yes, exactly.
That's at like 4:00.
It's actually like third quarter Lions game. You finally get like, oh God, are we ready? Okay.
It's funny because we, since obviously when we grew up, the Lions game Thanksgiving was scheduled around the Lions game because all of us watched. Like my mom, Matt's mom, that was important. So dinner was never in the middle of the afternoon. And since moving south, and people would invite us to things, they're like, "Oh yeah, dinner's going to be around 2."
Around, and that's the thing I hate.
Yeah, around.
Like, what is it going to be at 2 or what? Like, I gotta know. Like, do I need to eat? Do I need to like a hearty breakfast?
Exactly.
The answer is yes. You do, because whatever they promise you, whatever time they promise you, lunch will be ready. It'll be about an hour or an hour and a half after that.
Right.
Like you're going to be mad. You're going to be hangry by the time that food gets out of the table.
So here's a great way to close out this episode.
Okay.
What are you doing this year for Thanksgiving?
I think we're going to my sister-in-law's.
Right.
Yeah. My brother-in-law always makes. He smokes like a pork butt or something.
Yum.
Which is I mean I think he does a turkey too. I can't remember. And it's just easier for us. I mean, we could host at our house. We just don't.
You don't have to.
Yeah, then we don't have to clean up. Like honestly, here's the worst thing. We had my stepdaughter over for dinner last week. Just her and her kids over for dinner, and I swear, like as soon as we were done, I was like, "Oh my god, this is so many fucking dishes!" Like what in this? It
was only a few people.
I mean, but I was like, "Oh my god, this is the most dishes I've done in like 3 weeks." You know, like holy shit, you know. So I don't want to host. I mean, I'm not saying no, I won't host Thanksgiving, but I'm also like, I could not and be happy, you know, or like we could just get paper plates and throw them all away.
Sure.
You know, I just like the idea of having to wash that many dishes after the whole fucking thing makes me like
nauseous.
Like, yeah, well, it's just, you know, it's just a lot. Like I already got enough damn chores just with the people who live in the house. Like I don't need extra grief, is what I'm saying.
Right. Real quick before we move on.
Oh, yeah, we can taste this.
I had some of this.
Oh, how would you think?
I actually, I don't know what I was thinking last year when we had it. I think it's actually pretty delicious.
You think maybe your palate was just off or something? Yeah.
Yeah, it's very spicy.
Okay.
Like holiday spice, and it's got the cranberry, but I actually think it's pretty tasty. Like I would drink it again. I would drink it again.
Yeah. You want a swig of this, Matt?
Nope.
Here. There's a little swig left. Take a swig.
You gonna tell us about it? Delicious.
I mean, it's holiday, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we had some when we did game night the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fruity and delicious, right?
I like it.
Yeah. I don't hate it. I would drink it again. Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy
hey, it's 100% better than the Noda cheer wine.
Oh God.
Christmas cheer, whatever the fuck.
Christmas cheer, which we learned after the fact.
What's different?
Yeah, what's different is pineapple.
Oh, they put a little pineapple in it.
Yeah, that's what makes it Christmas. And I'm like, the fuck?
No.
Like, why?
Yeah, you know the Christmas pineapple.
The Christmas pineapple. So no, I think you'll have fun. I mean, just go, do the thing with the family, the extended family. Sure. I think it'll be good. It's like all your family going there, like everybody going there. Because you've got a pretty extensive family.
Well, not everybody. I mean, obviously we got some people like my stepson's in the UK now.
Sure,
he just shipped out to he's in the Air Force,
right?
So he won't be there, and my son is probably coming up later in the week. He didn't want to come for Thanksgiving. He's got something else. I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but whatever. That's But yeah, otherwise Annabelle's coming from Wilmington,
awesome.
And then Alexis and all the grandkids,
right?
So that'll be nice.
Nice.
We'll have a good time.
And I assume your in-laws and that whole side of the family.
That whole side of the family. Yes, exactly.
It should be nice. It should be nice.
It'll be a fun time.
It should be nice. So normally the last few years we've done Thanksgiving with our neighbors, but the neighbors on one side are traveling over Thanksgiving. The neighbors on the other side were going to be traveling, but now I guess they're not.
But you are going to be traveling.
But we had already made our plans, right? So we're here for Thanksgiving Day.
Oh.
And obviously the most important thing to me is the football game.
Yes.
So we were just so our whole plan was I bought some like gingerbread to make for breakfast.
Okay.
Like gingerbread cake.
Gingerbread cake.
Yeah, as opposed to like cookies. I love gingerbread cake.
I prefer it to cookies as well. Yeah.
So
actually, the Purple Onion's got gingerbread cake with lemon curd right now. Is a
yum,
dessert.
yum, yum.
Yeah.
I bought it. I bought the gingerbread cake mix and pumpkin, and I'm gonna try that, like as a dump cake, because I do a lot of cake.
Pumpkin and gingerbread.
Yeah, just straight
together
up.
at last.
Yes.
All right.
So yeah, right. It's a perfect melding of. So I'm gonna try to make a
Thanks
dump cake,
Christmas.
though. Thanks, Miss. And then we're gonna watch the game. That's for the morning, and then we're gonna watch the parade because I like to watch the parade.
Right. Yeah, the Macy's parade.
And then I'm gonna Zoom with my mom and
You
my
don't-
sister.
You don't flip over to the dog thing at all?
Oh, the dog thing? Oh no, the dog show? No.
Yeah, the dog show.
I mean, I like dogs and I like dog shows, but no. Thanksgiving is parade, football, turkey
Okay.
for me. But we're
Every time I go to commercial when I'm watching either the parade or the game,
the Westminster
I
Dog
flip
Show.
back to the dog show for a minute or two, and then oh yeah, look at that! It's a sporting breed.
I do like cute dogs, and I do like
Yeah.
to see dogs, and I've certainly watched it before. But no, yeah. And then after the parade, we'll watch the football game. We're gonna make like a charcuterie lunch.
Oh yes.
Nothing fancy.
Have you seen the charcuterie gingerbread houses
Yes.
going
Yes.
around? Yeah.
Yes.
Which is better because nobody wants to eat a gingerbread house,
Right.
but everybody wants to eat a charcuterie house.
Exactly. No,
So,
I
yeah.
agree. But we're just not a house, just charcuterie.
Just charcuterie.
But then after the game, we're gonna go. We made reservations for dinner because one, we want to support local restaurants.
Sure.
And a handful of restaurants were doing Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to dinner, and then we're gonna go see Wicked,
Wicked.
the movie,
Yeah.
musical
Yeah.
book based on a movie that was based on a book
A
that's 125 years old.
series of books, really.
Yeah, a series
If
of
you
books.
think about it.
You know, a bunch of years ago, like this was
It's crazy to me that they did the Wizard of Oz, but they've never done any of the other. They did.
well, they tried.
They did the one,
They
right?
tried, and they
Return
made
to Oz.
yeah, they gave
and it was-
people
It
anxiety.
gave you nightmares. You're like, I don't know what's going on.
Why the fuck?
What?
No, yeah. Return to Oz is a crazy fucking movie.
But-
like
but
it's they took it, made it. It's practically a horror movie.
It kind of is. I remember seeing it. I think I saw it once,
It's
and I tried to forget
traumatizing.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like my brain blocked it. I was like,
Mm.
I don't want to know about that.
It's actually really cool. It's a really good movie, but it is weird and crazy, and that's why Gen X is how we are.
Is it? Sorry, I just want to point out. I seem to recall. Are there some slight trans vibes in that movie?
In
Return to Oz.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. I just yeah.
Right, and I don't know. We have not seen Wicked. I'm trying to avoid spoilers, but again, I know the story.
Yeah.
I've seen the musical. I've read the book of Wicked. I
Yeah.
obviously know the Wizard of Oz. So I know what's happening.
Do you think they're gonna? I guess they probably will change a thing or two.
Yeah, I think it's pretty queer coded, which
Okay.
I celebrate. Like I think
sure,
that's
it should
fantastic.
be. Yeah, I mean it's a musical. God damn.
Right. What
Like,
musical
oh,
isn't queer
They
coded?
queered up my musical. I don't know what's going on in this world.
Exactly. But I'm really excited. Everybody's been seeing it, and they're like, "This is the greatest movie I've ever seen."
No, I mean people who
And I'm
yeah,
excited. People
people don't like musicals.
don't like musicals.
I've been
Been
saying
saying
like
that.
I love it. You know,
I love musicals.
yeah. No, I'm
Shit.
I don't. Well, I mean, I love some musical. I'm hit and miss. Like I like every other third musical, whatever you know.
Sure. I
You
mean, I love musicals, but there are some musicals that are bad.
Some of them suck. Yeah, Miss Saigon, as I've mentioned.
Yeah, we've talked about that one.
That was terrible. It was a
Right.
cash grab.
If you want to, if you like the story of Miss Saigon, I encourage you to see Madame Butterfly. Because that's the story that they use.
Sure, that's what they
But
stole.
then if you want to see an interesting version of Madame Butterfly that's subversive, see M Butterfly, which is basically sort of the trans version of that, but it came out like 50 years ago.
Okay.
So yeah, M Butterfly it's a really interesting story. Anyway, look that up.
Yeah.
But that being said, we have been drinking. We're a little drunk. I'm going to save this for later. We're not going to do things that are extra. We're going to have a whole situation on this.
Oh yeah.
We're going to talk about that later. It was something we talked about before the show, and I think it's funny.
Oh, you thought it was so good that you were like, let's talk
We're
about
going to talk about it later. Yeah. No, I wish it was still Halloween and we could go back to it. But anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. Stay tuned, folks. But yeah, so we're gonna go eat some pizza.
Yeah.
So why don't you take us away?
Delicious. I hope it's stuffing and turkey pizza.
Oh God! Oh, I would totally.
You would eat that now.
Oh yeah, no. If you make the
Stuffing is the crust, and you put gravy,
and
then
and cranberry, even
and
though
turkey,
and turkey.
Little-
Oh shit!
and maybe some like thinly cut celeries here and there. A
Some-
little crunch.
Yeah, something for a little crunch. Yeah.
that'd be.
Or yeah. Oh God.
I'd eat
yeah.
the
we
shit
could-
out of that now that you mentioned.
All right, we're gonna
That's gonna be a
invent
thing.
that. Might be next
That's
year.
gonna be a
We're gonna-
thing.
We're gonna make a
I
Thanksgiving.
mean, you know,
pizza.
last year everybody was like, "Oh, the stuffing waffles." Remember, like the
Mhm.
reheated.
Mhm.
Okay. Anyway, Bill has opinions either and produced by Laura Lavoie. The opinions of Bill are his and his alone. Unless Laura agreed with him, in which case they agreed, and vice versa, or they didn't agree. In whatever, just don't hold her liable for my shit and whatever. Anyway, be sure to like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, #Opinion Gang and/or Can't Miss Bill Shit. If you have a question, comment, concern, idea for future show, yak. Be sure to buy our merchandise. I mean, come on, that Stay Shitty Matey T-shirt would be the riot at the fucking White Elephant. So be sure to buy that and tune in next week when we'll talk. Not next week. We're gonna take a little break.
Are we? We can.
I thought you said that. I don't know.
No, I don't need to.
I don't either.
We'll figure
Okay.
it out. We might be back next week.
We'll probably be back. I mean,
I'll be
listen,
back on Sunday.
I got nothing
so.
better to do. Might as well.
That's fair. All right, we'll talk about it. We'll probably be back.
We'll probably be back next week for another
because there's going to be another one that I can't do. so-
another thing. So yeah, I know it'll get hectic in December.
Yeah.
We'll probably have some shows that we have to miss.
Sure.
So, yeah. Anyway, see y'all later.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah.